We're ready.
We are recording.
We are live.
We are
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hi, everybody.
Hello, y'all.
Welcome to Queer Flicks.
Hey.
I'm your host, Nat.
And I'm Tay.
And we started this podcast to kind of talk about movies that we like, try and find new queer films that we could recommend to people, and just open up discussions about queer representation.
And address representation in media.
Period.
Because that is one of the most important things about us using this platform to maybe, if any film viewers see this, or filmmakers see this, they could use that to make movies better.
Take notes.
Take notes.
Netflix. Anyways.
That was shade.
This is our third
time shooting this episode.
Yes, our third attempt shooting this episode, specifically about the half of it. Netflix original movie.
Yes.
I don't know the names of the stars.
I cannot remember the name of the actors for the life of me.
No.
But we know the characters.
We do know the characters. So basically the movie is about a young Asian teen in this very small town who is not searching for herself. She knows who she is.
Yes.
She tries to be very responsible for her father. And so she has a side business at school, making papers for everybody. And one day, this jock named Paul approaches her, asking her if he could write a love letter for this girl that he likes.
But she also likes the girl that he likes. And that's a problem.
Not very problematic. It's just an issue.
Yeah. I mean, we can work with that.
We can work with that.
It's just a crush. It's not like they're dating or anything.
Exactly.
You know? Yeah. But, so Ellie is falling for this girl, Esther. And Esther is falling for this guy, Paul, who she thinks is writing the letters.
But she's actually falling in love with Ellie.
Through the writing.
Yes.
So it is a very nice exploration of sexuality, I guess.
Well, technically it's not exploring, because Ellie just...
Does Astor know? Was Astor?
What?
Astor was like, maybe.
Long story short, the movie's about Ellie and Paul's friendship.
Yes.
And how that develops throughout them hanging out, trying to figure out what their next move is to swoop this girl up for Paul, when in fact Ellie's also falling in love with the girl. And the end is just things do get complicated. Yeah. But we won't spoil the ending for you guys, so you guys can watch it and let us know how you like the film. Aside from that, we did notice the characters that were in the film. The portrayal of the
characters was very different from other forms of this kind of movie, because we've seen this kind of story a lot, where it's kind of like the hidden messenger sending the message and then they fall for it.
Right.
But it's kind of they show you these characters who are usually given to you in a certain format, and then they take those characters and kind of turn them upside down. So it's been
it's a very refreshing
refreshing take
on a not coming out movie, which is great, because we just coming out is fine. There's coming out movies, it's okay, but that's not the only thing that the queer community wants to see. That's
not the only thing we go through. That's
right.
Barely even. That's it's a beginning of a journey.
It's not even the half
of it. It's not even the half of it, literally. I knew one of us was going to make the joke. I thought it was going to be me.
I caught it. All right, so let's talk about the characters a little bit. Right now, we're shooting this in May.
Yeah, and it is Asian and Pacific Islander month. So it's all about, our community.
The Asian community.
Yes. The half of me.
The half of you. Exactly. Literally the half of you.
Yeah.
We have Ellie Chu, right? It was Ellie Chu.
Ellie Chu, yes. And she is Chinese American.
She is Chinese American. She lives with her father, and her father is an engineer. I'm pretty sure he's an engineer.
Yeah, he studied to be an engineer, and they kind of got stuck in this town, and he's like a train rail operator, changing the train rails so that trains can move.
Yes. So Ellie's very close with him. They have this very kind of don't speak to each other, more like be in the moment relationship, which is very cute.
It is. Their scenes are so wholesome, and oh,
he's so sweet.
the movie makes me happy.
Very, very sweet. Then we have the second main character, Paul. Comes from a very close, very chaotic Italian family.
Yeah. We all know a few of those.
He's a very sweet jock. He's not. He's your typical, airhead type of jock character.
But an emotionally aware jock,
yes,
is a dangerous thing.
It is a dangerous
and
thing.
he is dangerous.
But he's very, very sweet.
And cute.
Mainly very sweet and pure. Like, he's very wholesome.
Yeah.
And
I love that it took, again, the jock stereotype. Woo. He actually cares about the person that he's talking to as a friend and not just as,
Right.
You're writing letters for me.
It's not a business transaction, whereas, like, in other movies, like, She's All That, when they made the bet, and he was just like, okay, well, I'm just gonna get with this girl and that's it. Like, I'm gonna make her prom queen and that's it. Like,
Yo.
No, I mean, he did eventually fall in love with her, but, like, that's like
but that started off with this is what I'm doing.
But he didn't fall in love with her initially. He fell out after she had the makeover, and that's the whole other trope that they do in movies. Or 10 Things I Hate About You.
Oh my god.
Not technically similar, but kind of the same as She's All That. She didn't go through a major, makeover at all. But
she just said.
But he was only dating her just to get money. But in this case, he's not doing any bets or anything like that. He's just paying her to get love letters for the girl that he likes. Ends up becoming friends with her.
And it's beautiful.
It's very beautiful. Their friendship is like the best part of the movie.
Truthfully, their friendship is so wholesome.
Blessed.
I'm not gonna say nothing. We're gonna cut that out.
Oh my god. So then we have Aster Flores, which is
the only telling thing that she is Latina is the last name.
Otherwise,
and the one scene with her family.
Barely. She didn't even speak Spanish.
We only heard, I think, her father is Cuban, or portrayed as Cuban, because the way they were speaking Spanish, that was very Cuban. No. The other half of me.
Your other half.
But other than that, it was mostly nice. Her character kind of fell into the, is this really an appropriate casting call? Because it kind of lost the whole Latina side of her. And
it wasn't. It was just. I feel like they just put Esther, like her last name there just to check a box. It wasn't something that was like, okay, well, we're gonna have this Hispanic character and she's gonna be like this, because she was literally not. She was like American. Yeah. Which is understandable, because like a lot of Hispanics do grow up in America, but they do have like their connections and their roots with the culture that they were brought up with. This person literally did not.
Like, the scenes where she is alone with Ellie or alone with Paul is kind of mostly devoid of her personal culture, and we kind of see more of her, because I think what the movie's trying to show more of her is that she's more so concerned with her appearance and how she appears to people. Right. And to the people of her school, her peers, and her family. But they kind of, in doing that, they threw away like an entire deep-ass layer that they could have had to her character.
Well, they wrote her as the type of character that's like, she's like a box character, so she has to fit a box be a person. And that's what she experienced at home. At home, her dad wanted her to be a specific person, very perfect, very white passing. He wanted her to marry that dude.
Oh God, yeah, that
horrible.
That white. In this economy.
Ugh. But yeah, so that's a little bit into Aster. Everybody's family was kind of complimenting them. Aster was very disconnected with her family because she didn't want what her father wanted for her. Ellie was very close with her dad because he was not that type of, you have to do this and you have to do that. He was very liberal with the way that he was with her. He let her do her own things, like an adult. And then Paul's family was very, like, they were barely in it, but they were still good. And
then Esther's family was there for like
half a second.
But the character intonations of her family were there. Literally, her parents' entity, I guess, their hold over her was present, but we didn't get much more from that.
Not really. We can talk about the aesthetic of the movie.
The aesthetic. The color palette is so satisfying. They had some beautiful pastel blues and the oranges.
Yes.
It was so vibrant.
They were very
I'm
crispy.
so sorry if you're colorblind, but if you are, it probably still looks pretty.
It's a very dull tone movie, so it's not very pop in your face like this, record player and everything that we have here.
They do use pops of color to highlight certain people in certain scenes, like towards the end with the dress that was red is kind of iconic. It's like, ooh, hey.
Yeah. It's very
But then everything else was
very pastel, very rust.
Washed
it's
out,
kind of
I
a
guess.
washed out rustic kind of look.
But
which was very
nice.
Good.
Very nice and refreshing. It's
Especially
very nice
for the type of story that they're telling. They're not oh my god, it's not
a gentle coming of age story.
Yeah.
So it's
very sweet, very tender.
Yes. And it
100%.
It hits. Did I cry? I don't remember if I cried. I think I might have teared a single tear.
You might have
just because it was cute.
Yeah.
You
cute stuff. Cry,
cute stuff makes me. Woohoo! I'm weak. Yeah.
He said I'm weak.
I love love on TV, but let love come to me, and I'm gonna be on some. No, thank you.
We're done.
We're good. Thanks.
What about what was your favorite scene?
My favorite scene would have to be the iconic teenager movie, the skinny dipping scene, because that scene is in most teenage coming of age movies.
You're right.
Except it is Ellie and Aster alone without Paul.
Gay panic scene.
The gay panic scene, literally. And I was in shambles the entire scene because I'm over here I was like, kiss, 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 kiss.
No.
But it was cute though. They're floating in this beautiful blue, and the skin tones balance so well with the nature tones. They're just laying.
Oh, can we also talk about how in that scene particularly Ellie's not comfortable with her body?
Yeah, so she's in the water with her sweater on.
Right, with her sweater on, but Aster doesn't, shame her or do anything. She just goes with it as well.
She doesn't push her to do anything.
Nope.
She just leaves her be with her sweater.
Just like that.
Yeah. I mean, I'd wear a sweater in a lagoon like that. I don't want to be cold or anything.
You would be cold when you get out, though.
I know. That's not the point.
It's not the point. I think my favorite scene was the church scene when Ellie is trying to prevent Aster from getting engaged to the douche of the town.
Dude, literally the douche
It was very liberating. She was very no, you can't do that because that's not you. And then we get a glimpse into Paul and his... actually, that's my second favorite scene is the church scene. My first favorite scene is when Paul figures out that Ellie's gay.
Oh, that was a funny scene.
And then he starts looking it up, and his mom finds his laptop. And so then that carries over to the church scene.
Yes, it does.
And when Ellie does her whole thing, there's a moment where Paul is with his family, and he's like, I want to change the recipe of the sausages. And his mom's like, oh my god, thank god, I thought you were gay.
Yeah, this whole time she's over here panicking because she thinks he's gay, but he just wants to change the family recipe.
Yeah, but the thing that is very sweet about that moment is the fact that he took time out of his You know, any day that he was having after he figured out that Ellie was gay, he was trying to come to terms with it as a good friend, like come to accept it. Because at first he was like,
"Ooh,
that's wrong.
Yeah, you're going to hell."
Yeah.
He literally said that she was going to hell, I believe.
Yeah.
In the scene. But that also shows us the believing what your parents believe and what your parents teach you from a young age instead of going out and doing your own research like Paul did
and learning
and coming to understand gay people, LGBTQIA plus people.
We exist. And
yes.
we are okay.
Mm-hmm. And that movie is just about a gay kid existing.
Yeah.
It's not about nothing else.
She's come out.
Nope. She's already out.
Everybody.
Her dad knows already.
Yeah, it's not a secret. It's not bad. She's not hiding it.
It's just there.
She's not making it obvious either.
She's not making it obvious either, though.
I mean,
she's just there.
I mean, her clothes are okay.
Her clothes are cute. I love her style.
You're okay. It's like a very shy Asian.
Yeah.
It's okay. Overall, this movie is a great movie to watch with friends, by yourself, whoever you want to watch it with.
With a partner, with a dog.
Family members, what have you. What do we think? Do we think stereotypes?
Stereotypes. Ellie broke a lot of Asian stereotypes, I believe. And her family dynamic in general broke a lot of stereotypes. I know that in my personal experience with an Asian father, coming up, like going to school, it was very like you need to do this, you need to do this, you need to do this, and if you do not do this, I'm gonna do this. But that's fine. Her dad was very chill. They were very calm, very tender, very in the moment with each other. They're like, the dialogue between them was not a lot, but what was said was more meaningful. It made it more meaningful.
Yeah, the fact that they weren't like just talking to each other as like people, like script writers just put lines just to put lines. Sometimes the moments where they just act around each other and like they play off each other is good.
Yeah, like the scene in the kitchen. Oh.
When they would watch movies, that was so sweet.
I love that. And then when he watched the movie by himself.
Yeah.
And when she wasn't there, Ellie wasn't there, so he watched a movie with Paul.
Yeah. Him and Paul did get very close.
Wait, he did not like Paul though. At first?
He didn't, but that's only, I think, because he thought that Paul was trying to get with her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. But other than that, I don't think there's any stereotypes that I noticed in the film itself.
Out of 10 rainbows.
Out of 10 rainbows.
I'll give it an 8.
An 8?
Yes.
I give it a 10.
Esther was kind of flat.
She is very flat.
And that was just kind of disappointing, but her character in other areas was good.
Yeah,
so I liked it.
The movie as a whole is great.
Yes.
I think the movie as a whole is great.
The movie itself is a 10. Esther got an 8.
Character-wise, it could use some work, but no movie, like, there are perfect movies, but some movies...
Yeah. I mean, not every character can be perfect. Like, we have two very fleshed out characters, Paul and Ellie,
mm-hmm.
and Esther wasn't really meant to be a main character. She's the main love interest.
Yes. The movie's not about her.
Yeah, it's about Ellie
and
and
her relationship
Paul.
with her. Exactly. But yeah,
it just so happens.
It's a 10 out of 10 for me.
Yeah.
In all aspects, really.
I'll give it a 9.
You'll give
as
it
an overall rating, with the Esther thing.
True.
But she was really pretty. At that, they picked a gorgeous actress.
They did. I mean, she's not gorgeous. I think she's
cute.
She's
what
cute.
was she in? She was in something else.
I think I looked it up, but I forgot. Because, like, I don't know any of these.
You said she was in...
I don't remember.
Fucking gosh. She's in a lot of stuff.
Let me look at her.
She plays... I don't even remember. I feel like I see her in everything.
She plays something specific, though. Hold on.
It's a specific show or movie that we've seen.
Her name is Alexis.
Alexis?
Alexis. La, 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 la.
Is she even Hispanic?
No.
They chose. Okay, so there's a problem. There's the problem. They chose a white actress to play a...
Truth or Dare.
Oh, that terrible movie?
Yeah.
The movie was...
Yeah, she was in Truth or Dare.
Atrocity. Hey, y'all. So, due to some technical difficulties, we may have lost some of the footage that we recorded. However, we still have the audio.
So we're good on that. But
So we're good.
We didn't really end the episode on like anything other than the ratings. We did the ratings.
Yes.
We didn't say goodbye though. So we
didn't
wanted to say goodbye the right way. And hopefully next episode we can, you know, have everything set up where we don't have to do this improv right here.
Yeah. No! And with that said, y'all.
Thank you for joining us.
And we hope you come back soon. Bye.